Create a magical Christmas memory with a custom Football for Kids episode. Imagine the joy on the face of the receiver when they hear an episode about them. I will craft a unique episode all about them with the same care and creativity as I have with Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. There are just a limited amount of these available, so if you want to get yours in time for the big day, then head to www.footballforkidspodcast.com. Hello and welcome to the Football for Kids podcast with me, Darren Rees. It's time for another episode on Series 2 of Kids versus Adults. I hope that you enjoyed the past few episodes which have been released on this series, and for the next couple of weeks at least, there will be plenty more of Kids versus Adults making their way to your podcast inbox. Firstly, apologies, I'm full of a cold at the moment, as you can probably tell by my voice. But anyway, I love doing these episodes of Kids vs Adults, and I recorded one this evening, which was fantastic fun, with one of the best forfeits which we've had so far, and you'll hear all about that in just a moment. On this episode, it will be Daniel and James who will be playing their dad, John. Should we find out how they got on? I think we should. Right, can I have who is going to be playing today, starting with the youngest first?
My name is James. I'm 6 years old and I support Tottenham Hotspur.
Fantastic, well said.
I'm Daniel. I'm 9 years old and I also, as James, support Tottenham Hotspur.
Brilliant. Last but not least,
I'm John, or Dad, and I'm a bit older than these two, and I also support Tottenham Hotspur.
only a tiny bit older. Fantastically well done, all three of you. Right, so welcome to Kids versus Adults. First of all, apologies, I'm full of a cold, so I'm a bit sniffing and a bit throaty, but I'm good to go, so don't you worry about me in the slightest. So this is how it's going to work, is you're going to have 5 questions each. Daniel and James, you're going to work as a pair, and your job is to take on your dad and beat him, and hopefully you can. Don't tell him I said that, because, of course, there's a forfeit, isn't there, for the loser. So, Daniel and James, can you tell me what the forfeit is for your dad, John, if you two manage to get the win today?
It would be for him to go to football in nothing but his pants.
And has he agreed to this?
Yes.
I'm not sure I have.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Wow. Okay. Right. I say this a lot on Kids versus Adults, but the stakes are high here, John. Dad John. So can we get you on record to say that you will be doing this if you lose?
If I lose, I'll have to go to football in my pants. But I'm not going to lose. I'm just going to win.
No, he's got the confidence there. The confidence is high. So, Dad John, tell me what Daniel and James's forfeit will be when you win.
If I win, then next time we go to McDonald's, they can't have their favourite double cheeseburger. They have to have a filet-o-fish.
And do you not like a fillet of fish?
We hate it.
Well, let's see who's going to win this then. Right, who's going to go first?
James, do you want to go first or should Danny?
Okay,
Right, that's me.
Dad John, you're up first. Right, listen carefully. I will keep track of the scores as we go along. And if you think I've got something wrong, then shout in terms of the scores. Right, Dad Jon, question numero uno is this. Which of these clubs is top of the table for having players win a Ballon d'Or award while playing for them? Is it A, Real Madrid? Is it B, Barcelona? Or is it C, Juventus? So just to kind of give a bit of clarification with that question. So players have won Ballon d'Or awards while they've been wearing the shirt of one of those clubs, and that is how the table is formed. It's an official thing. Is it A, Real Madrid, B, Barcelona, or C, Juventus?
I know Messi won 7.
8.
7 of them at Barca, but I think it's going to be Real Madrid. I'm going to go A, Real Madrid. Yeah, lock it in.
A, Real Madrid, locking it in. Is he correct? Well, I can tell you that unfortunately he is. It's correct.
Ah, yes.
So, question number 2, and the first one for you two. Which one of these players has won the most World Cups? Is it A, R9 Ronaldo? Is it B, Lionel Messi? Or is it C, the Brazilian legend Pele?
Pele.
Okay, so you obviously agreed on Pele, and rightly so, because Pele is the correct answer. It's 1-1.
Well done.
So yes, Pele has won 3, R9 Ronaldo won 2, and Lionel Messi, of course, has just won the one of them. Right, question number 3. Back to Dad Jon. Get ready, because, well, you don't want to be going to football in your pants, do you? Number 3. Who is the only non-English player to be in the top 5 goal scorers of all time in the Premier League? Is it A, Sergio Aguero? Is it B, Thierry Henry? Or is it C, Mo Salah? So the top 5 goal scorers of all time, non-English.
What was that, Daniel?
I told him this ages ago.
You told me about 3 days ago this stat.
No, I didn't.
I think it's whichever one Thierry Henry was. I think it's Henry.
You think it's Henry?
Yeah.
Are you locking it in?
I'm locking it in, please.
Okay, you're locking in Thierry Henry, who is the only non-English player to be in the top 5 goal scorers of all time in the Premier League. And the answer is A, Sergio Aguero.
I thought it might have been him.
It's very tight, but it is Sergio Aguero.
I knew he was top 10, but I didn't know he was top 5.
He is. He's number 5 on the greatest or the highest goal scorer of all time in the Premier League is Sergio Aguero. Okay, boys, back to you. Your second question. Which of these... I tell you what, you'll do well because of your age. You do well if you get this. Which of these players picked up more red cards in their Premier League careers? Was it A, Duncan Ferguson? Was it B, Vinnie Jones? Or was it C, Roy Keane?
Roy Keane.
Hold on, did it? Agree?
Agree between the pair of you?
Yeah. Yes, Roy Keane.
Okay, you're going Roy Keane. Are you correct? It was A, Duncan Ferguson. Duncan Ferguson picked up 8 red cards in his Premier League career, and he is top of the table on the naughty boys list. Okay, question number 5, and we're back to Dad Jon, and the question is this. Who is the only Brazilian goalkeeper to have scored a Premier League goal? Is it A, Edison? Is it B, Alisson? Or is it C, Neto?
I think that's B, Alisson.
You think that's B, Alisson? And you are correct.
Yes. 2-1. Pressure's on, lads.
It's 2-1. No pressure. What's your Spanish football knowledge like, lads?
Not as good as our English, but not as bad as some people's.
Well, let's see how you get on here, because question number 6 is this. How many teams are there? Start that again. How many teams are there in one La Liga season? How many teams play in one La Liga season? Is it A, 18? Is it B, 20? Or is it C, 22?
22? I'm doing like that in my head.
Are you looking 22 in?
18, actually. 18.
So one says 18, one says 22.
No, we're both saying 18. We're both saying 18.
You're both saying 18 now.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Is it A, 18? Our survey says it's B, 20. You really need your dad to get this next one wrong.
There's a filet fish coming your way.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yep.
Which of these teams has won the Premier League with a record of 7 games remaining in the season? Was it A, Manchester City, B, Liverpool, or C, Manchester United?
I'll go B, Liverpool.
B, Liverpool is correct. Liverpool won the Premier League in the 2019 to 2020 season with 7 games remaining. Right. Next question. Boys, get ready. Which one of these teams has lost in the most consecutive FA Cup finals? So which one of these teams have lost the most FA Cup finals in a row? Is it A, Arsenal, B, Tottenham, or is it C, Chelsea?
It's not Tottenham. Chelsea? I think it's Chelsea.
You think it's Chelsea? You are correct.
Yes!
Now,
What's this called?
I think it's 3-2.
3-2.
it's 3-2 to your dad. 3-2 to Dad Jon, which means that if he gets this correct, then he wins. Okay. Your final question, Dad Jon, is this. Which of these players has the most amount of Champions League appearances to their name? Is it the famous Casillas? Is it the legendary Frenchman Zinedine Zidane? Or is it the Portuguese master Cristiano Ronaldo? And what I will tell you about this is it is extremely close between two of those.
I'm gonna go for Zidane.
Okay, you're looking in Zinedine Zidane. And I can tell you that is the incorrect answer.
Yes!
It was Cristiano Ronaldo, who has 183 appearances in the competition for a range of different clubs. Juventus, Real Madrid, Manchester United, and so on. I haven't got the figure written down for Casillas, but it's very close. Okay. So it is... Right, so you guys have got to get this right for it to go to the bonus question. All right? Which of these teams has never won a European Cup / Champions League trophy? They've never won it. Is it A, Nottingham Forest? Is it B, Aston Villa? Or is it C, Leeds United? Which of those has never won a Champions League or European Cup?
Leeds United.
C, Leeds United is... Oh no, it's correct!
Wow!
Which means we go to the bonus question.
No. thought I had it.
This really is tight. This is as tight as it gets. So, as mentioned earlier on, in Series 2, there is no sudden death. It's a bonus question. Right, the bonus question is this. Don't shout anything out because you want to have a think and you want to discuss it, especially between you two, Daniel and James. How many appearances did Wayne Rooney make for Manchester United?
Do you want to confer?
I'm thinking around the 560 mark.
Okay, 560. You both happy with that?
Okay, I will go with 150.
So how many appearances did Wayne Rooney make for Manchester United?
200. I'll go 200.
200. You lock in 200 in?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how many appearances did Wayne Rooney make for Manchester United? And he had quite some career there, didn't he? And remember, appearances could be Premier League, Champions League, and all the rest of it. Can you feel the suspense? Now, if Daniel and James are correct, then you've got to go to football in your underpants. If you're correct, they've got to have official A at McDonald's. I don't know who's got the shortest straw there, but I reckon I can work it out. But I can tell you that Wayne Rooney made 559 appearances for Manchester United.
Oh my god!
What did you guess?
560!
1 out. For goodness sake. Fix! Must be a fix!
What?
That is the closest anyone's ever got to in terms of like an accurate, exact answer
Wow.
in all of the kids versus adults and everything. 559. And you said 560. Well done.
Yes.
Brilliant.
I can't really moan when I lose to that sort of guess. Fair enough. Well played.
Fantastic. Yeah, good sportsmanship there. We like that. Now, before you go, I'm sure you must have some shout-outs to do, some friends, family, football teammates, whoever it is. The floor is yours. Shout them out.
You do first.
Well, I'd like to say hi to all my five-a-side football friends and apologise for next Monday when I'll be turning up in my pants. But you guys?
We'd like to give a shout out to the football club we go to every Sunday.
What's it called?
Football Leaders. Yeah. And Poppy and Max, our cousins.
To your cousins, Poppy and Max. Fantastic. Well done. Now, I can't go without you giving me an episode request, so I'm sure there'll be one. Is there any episode I haven't done yet which you'd love for me to do on the podcast? What about one just on Tottenham Hotspurs?
Yes. Yeah.
I haven't done that yet, so we'll have to add that to the list. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for playing along. Well. A massive well done to Daniel and James, who knocked it out of the park. And as I said to you at the start of this episode, what a brilliant forfeit for poor old Dad Jon, who will be turning up to football, his five-a-side football on Monday next week, and he will be in his undercrackers. Well done, Daniel and James. You are responsible for that very thing indeed. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did making it. And remember, if you know somebody who loves football just as much as you do, then please tell them about Football for Kids. And whether you're playing football soon, watching it on the telly, or pitside, I hope that you enjoy the game. See you next time. I am planning in school visits around the United Kingdom in January, February and March. If you would like me to come to your school and do a live podcast, please write to your head teacher and ask them to get in contact with me via footballforkidspodcast@gmail.com. The school visits are completely free. It's an opportunity for me to spread the word about football for kids and also a great opportunity to meet the listeners of the podcast. So, if you want me to visit your school, then please make contact with your head teacher.